Okay, boxing fans, this is TBE Boxing. Today's topic, Dubois versus Dinu. Live TBE fight reaction. We're live, people. Let's get to it. All right, so the fight has already started. We in the first round. Okay, they're in the middle of the ring right now. Dubois is jabbing. Just landed a good jab. Another jab attempt by Joe. End of the first round. We're gonna go to the second round now. Coming up next. Let's keep it popping. Live fight reaction from TBE Boxing. Dinu versus Dubois. End of the first round. We get ready to start the second round.
Daniel Dubios there with Shane McGuigan. You're in the corner. Fairly happy. I think he started fairly positively with that jab. Got to relax a little bit more. It's a 12 rounder. Dinu's cornerman a little bit slow getting out of the ring.
This is the fight. They're back in the middle of the ring. You know, as you all know, Dubois coming off a loss against Joe Joyce, where he injured his eye in that fight. This fight is for the WBA Interim heavyweight title. Whoa! Right hand by Dubois dropped Dinu. He's down. The referee is counting. It's over with. That's the end of the fight, people. Second round knockout by Dubois with a solid right hand to the jaw while Dinu was moving against the ropes, and that's the end of the fight. He couldn't make the count, couldn't beat the count. The fight is over with. Dubois by knockout. Sensational knockout by Dubois. Triple D. Okay, great. That was a great punch. Delivered a straight right hand to the jaw that dropped Dinu. He could not beat the count. The referee counted him out. Knockout in the second round by Dubois. Great fight. Great job by Dubois.
Daniel Dubois has just upped the pace and he's landed that big shot. He landed shots like that.
And you know the funny thing about that shot, he just landed right hand, right in this corner when before he came out for the bell. This corner was telling him to keep trying the right hand over the top, and he went out there and threw the right hand over the top, and it landed. Boom. There you go. Yeah, he tried two right hands first, but those didn't land. But the third one land. They get first right, second right, third right. Boom. It's over with. Yeah. Good instructions from the corner. Great execution by Dubois, delivering the right hand over the top like his corner instructed him to do, and that won him the fight with a second round knockout. And he did that well. Dinu threw a jab and I was kind of lazy bringing the jab back, and that was it. It was all she wrote. Okay, good shot by Dubois.
So relieved he's got that one out of the way.
So I guess Dubois is back.
Joe Joyce defeat now, back on the winning trail, and he could be in line for that WBA shot.
Sensational knockout, second round by Dubois.
Super champion, of course, is Anthony Joshua. The regular champion is Trevor Bryan, who recently became the champion, beating the name Stuyvesant back in January. Trevor Bryan, promoted by Frank Warren's old Otto Don King. The champion in recess is Manuel Shah, WBA gold champion Robert Alanius. There are options. I think.
So it looks like Dubois is back. Sensational second round knockout. Like I said, right before he came out for the second round, his corner was telling him to keep trying the right hand over the top. The bell rang. He went out there and he threw three right hands. The third one landed. And that was all she wrote for Dinu. Right hand, just like his corner told him to do. He went out there and executed, delivered the right hand over the top. Knockout, second round. Dinu couldn't beat the count, and that's all she wrote. Dubois, he's back.
And the new WBA Interim
new WBA Interim Heavyweight Champion, Daniel Dubios, Triple D. Okay, great comeback fight for Dubios. It's looking good right now. You know, that loss to Joe Joyce was a devastating loss, but it looked like Dubios on the comeback trail. Great shot by Dubios. Got a lot of options out there right now. You got Trevor Bryant, who's a WBA a champ at the WBA as well, and then you also have you know, the big boy, you know, the big man, the king himself, Anthony Joshua, out there as well. So there's a lot of options out there for the boy right now on his way up, you know, to get his title shot. So he got a lot of options. Great fight. The boy look very happy right now. Frank Warren looks happy. Everybody looks happy. The boy is back. Let's see if they're going to get him after. Let's see if we're going to get a post-fight interview from him before he goes back to his dressing room. He's talking to Frank Warren right now. Dubios. They just shook hands. I guess Frank is congratulating him. Okay. Okay, waiting for the post-fight interview right now. Let's see if they're going to do something. Okay, there's the boy. Okay, BT Sports doing the post-fight interview.
I've never seen you look so relieved. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen any fighter look so relieved at getting a win as you were at the end of that contest.
It's been a very rough fight, you know, and I'm glad to be back.
And it showed, Daniel. How did you feel when you got in the ring? Was your head clear or were you having flashbacks? How did you feel?
Yeah, so they're interviewing him now. He's saying he was very glad to get back in the ring.
You mentioned it, let's not mince our words. It's been a hard 6 months or 7 months for you. And I know you're strong mentally and you avoid an awful lot of some of the things people say, but it has been a really tough time. It must be fantastic to have got back in there and got the win this evening.
It is, you know. My sister just qualified for the Olympics.
Oh, no, what a night for the was!
And I'm glad I'm back. Yeah, I picked up a belt as well.
Shane, I can tell you, I know you haven't worked with him for years, but he never smiles like that. You've delivered a great smile at least. You didn't have him for long enough, but did you see enough in the short time you've had him and the short time the fight lasted to show you that he's heading in the direction you want him to head?
He's only 23 years of age. He's young. He's obviously suffered a little loss, but he needs to go back, rebuild. And I think we did that. I think it was a fantastic performance. We didn't have long, but give us 6 months, a year, and you'll see the best of it.
And you told him to get a bit closer, which he did, and he finished the fight quickly. Listen to your instructions. When he first came through your doors, what were your very, very first thoughts, Shane?
How good his legs were, how good his distance control was. You know, he's got fantastic legs. He just needs to use them a little bit more. And speed comes from the ground up. Sometimes he pours his shots out, but the more he uses his feet, the more he punches with his legs, the more speed and no more devastation you're going to see with Daniel Dubios. And I think, give us 6 months, give us a year, he's going to be knocking on the door of the big boys. Trust me.
Now, Daniel, even before you finished it, you seemed relaxed. In the first round, you seemed relaxed, and he wasn't hit a fall over big Bogdan, was he? Alongside the sense of relief, do you get the feeling now that your career's back on some kind of track?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I want to get back in the mix and, you know, taking things easy with Shane and learning new things in the gym. You're going to get there, man.
Now, I'm going to ask you the inevitable question. What would you like next? I mean, apart from an intensive 5 or 6 months with Shane, who would you like to fight next?
Whoever they bring for me, whoever they bring up, whoever, I'll knock him all down.
Do you, at any point in the next year or 2 years, Need to fight Joe Joyce in
I
your
want to
head.
clear that up. I want to have the rerun again, and I need to set it right. And you know, I just need to keep listening to what Shane tells me, and just keep being the best I can be.
And Shane, you obviously watched the Joe Joyce fight. I'm assuming you watched it. If it wasn't live, you watched it at another time. When you saw Daniel Dubios that night, did you have any thoughts? I mean, it wasn't working with you at that point. You know, you had no contact. What went through your head, if you can cast your mind back to late November?
I know how good Joe Joyce is. I know how effective he is. You know, he's a big 18.5 stone strong guy. He can punch. He's got a fantastic work rate. So personally, I think he needed 1 or 2 more tests. But look, it is what it is. He's going to have to go back and. But technically, Dan just needs to improve. He just needs to work on Daniel Dubios, make sure he's as good as he can be from a physical and athletic and boxing standpoint. And once we get those fundamentals locked in, I believe he can beat all of these boys. I'm telling you, I've never felt power like it on the pads. And he's literally, we just need to chip away, make sure he gets there technically, and he's going to be an absolute nightmare.
He certainly is a nightmare. Now, before I let you go, Daniel, you mentioned there your sister Caroline. You think you've had a hard 6 months. How's her year been? It's been the most frustrating 12 months for any boxer ever. She must be so relieved. Have you spoken to her?
This is just the start as well. You know, she's got a long road. She's now qualified for the Olympics, so she's got to go for gold.
A good night for the Dubios family. Daniel, good to have you back. Shane, great to talk to you again. Back to you, Paulie.
Okay. So there you have it. That was the post-fight interview. You know, and I like to add that this post-fight interview audio was, you know, brought to you under fair use for commentary and teaching purposes. So yeah, so Daniel Dubios is now the interim WBA interim heavyweight champion by defeating Dinu. The fight ended in the second round with a right hand, overhand right knockout by Daniel Dubios. Great fight. Ended quickly, but Daniel Dubios is looking good in there. As you know, he's under a new trainer, Shane McGuigan, and whatever they're doing, it looks like it's working. So Daniel Dubios is back. You know, as you all know, he's coming off his defeat by Joe Joyce. We all saw that fight where he injured his eye in that fight and had to stop the fight. So it looked like Daniel Dubios is back. I can't say that enough. He's looking good, fast, strong. You know, looking like he, you know, he's working on his fundamentals. And like I said before, you know, he after the end of the first round, he went back to the corner, and you know, they told him in the corner to keep trying to right over the top, to, you know, to focus on that. And he went out there and executed exactly what they told him to do, and the fight was over. I mean, you know, it was a great demonstration of you know, listening to the corner and, you know, executing the strategy, you know, that your corner is coming up with. And Daniel Dubios did that tonight and made quick work of Dinu and ended the fight in the second round. So yeah, it was a good fight. Daniel, like I said, he looks pretty good. So we're gonna have to see, you know, what he comes up with next, and we'll keep an eye on the man. He's looking great. Congratulations to Daniel Dubios. Okay, not to take anything away from Dinu, he tried his best, but you know, Daniel Dubios is a better man tonight.
Yeah,
so with that being said, people, you know, this fight is over, so we're gonna leave it there for now. Okay, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Go to tbeboxing.com, pick up our merchandise. Okay, we have our brand merchandise on tbeboxing.com. Also, you know, you could get the latest news and updates, you know, on boxing, which is updated daily. Okay, so you're getting the latest information. Okay, so yeah, so this is TBE Boxing saying that's all we have for right now. I'm out.